Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new today, I'm Crystal with a K. Nice to meet you. Okay, so today you can see I'm doing a little differently. I'm actually doing a story time in bed. I'm actually gonna do all my story times now before I go to bed because that's, the story time thing. So as you can see, I'm looking a little ratchet, so you know it's gonna be a little ratchet story time. So today, as you can see by the title, I'm gonna talk about a recent stalker situation that I've been having. That's just been going away. It's just been going away. Let me start by saying that I don't like when guys try to classify all of us trans women as the same in general. Everybody's their own individual, just like with cis women, cis men, they're all their own individual, even within the community. I just hate when guys automatically think about trans and they just think, one direction, or they just think, you're nothing but just like a sexual object. Woosah. I mean, now granted, there's a lot of girls out there that, have to hustle and do what they gotta do. And I'm not gonna knock them for doing what they have to do. You can't knock them for doing what they gotta do. At the end of the day, most of these dudes ain't shit. Sorry, guys, but most of these guys ain't shit, and they only want one thing from the girls. So these are the girls that basically feel like if you want one thing, I want one thing too. So what's that? Like, it's just that me personally, I just can't, Me personally, I just can't draw myself to, you know, being able to have those abilities. When I have my fun, I like to have my fun. I'm a hard-working individual. I have a regular job. I do, my other influencing work and everything. I do ads and stuff. So it's like when I want to have my fun, I want to have my fun. So I feel like I deserve to be picky. When I do search, a lot of people get mad at me because if I don't want you, I don't want you. Like if I decide that you're not my type, you're not my flow, then it's a dub. I'm basically a demisexual. So, meaning more so, I'm more attracted to the bond that I build with the person versus how they look. I'm still attracted to men, but I'm more attracted to the bond I build with the guy versus how they look. I downloaded this app that I've been using for years, actually. It's called Kick. I downloaded Kick. I had Kick for a while, for, about a decade. I don't know, probably like a decade now. Recently I went through a breakup like in February, which was like the biggest breakup of my life. I'll do like a separate story time when I'm ready for that, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready to get that. I just went through a recent breakup, so I'm not really like looking for any type of relationship. I'm trying to build up on my platforms. I'm trying to work on my regular job and everything. So, when I have my fun, I'm just gonna do my thing. And this guy, we were talking on Kick, and it was cool. I don't want to say any names or anything, so I'm gonna just call him Lucifer. Okay? Me and Lucifer were talking. He sent some pictures. I sent some pictures, and he was looking nice. You know, I'm gonna give credit when credit is due. You know, he's attractive man. He's about like, I think he was like 33. I think he was like a year younger or a year older than me, one of the two. He was light skinned and he looked like he smoked cigarettes, but I don't think he did smoke cigarettes because he didn't smell like one of those cigarette smokers. I'm not really into cigarette smokers, to each his own, but you know, if I'm gonna have to be with you and build something with you, like personally like that, I can't be with a cigarette smoker. I can't have that smell. I don't even like smoking in my house. I used to smoke cigarettes. But anyway, we get besides the point. Let me get back on track. So we was chopping it up for a little bit. I invited him over. We did the damn thing. He lit up a blunt. And so I matched. Ooh, should I be talking about that? We was chilling. We was vibing. Smoking, chilling, da-da-da. I ain't gonna front. The dick was good. He got the decent size. He wasn't big. He wasn't humongous. But he was like that, It's the perfect size and the perfect width. Pickle. If you got a pickle. How to work it, he knew what he was doing. The only thing I would say is when we met in person, that he was a little bit thicker than his picture. It was him. I could tell it was him. But you still kind of like, it wasn't a full catfish. It was like a kitty fish. You was just a little more stockier. Like he wasn't like sloppy big or anything, but he was a little more thicker. It wasn't bad. We chilled, we talked. We built a bond. Like we was cool. We talked on Kick. We talked in person. This just goes to show you, you never know anybody. We did the dang thing or whatever. He texted me afterwards. He was always complimenting my place. He's like, your place looks so nice. He's like, I go to most girls' house and it looks all like trashy and everything, or they live with somebody. And he was just like going in about a whole lot of stuff. So I'm just like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I worked hard, to get where, I need to get. So I'll say blah. We linked up again, I think like a week later or so. So then after we linked up a week later, we were supposed to link up again after, and he just never hit me up. He was saying he was on his way, and he never hit me up. He never showed up or anything. And I was just like, okay, like, you don't play me like that. My time is valuable too. Like, so I paid it the first time, but I told him, like, I was mad. I told him I was upset, because you got me waiting. I don't wait on people, da-da-da. So he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Something happened with my BM and I had to get the kids and such right after I got off work. Whatever the bullshit. After he apologized for that, we linked up again. We chilled. This time I lit him up. We did the damn thing again. It was, like I said, it was good, whatever. I'm not gonna front on that. So we started talking about going deeper in our sexual experimentations because I'm a freaky bitch. So I guess more guys are nervous to say how freaky they are because some girls shame them for being the way they are. I don't know. That's what I get. That's what they tell me. So he was like more excited to hear the kind of things that I was into that we were gonna try. We made plans to meet up. And then yet again, he didn't haul, didn't show up, didn't do nothing. So I'm just like, I ain't gotta deal with this no more. There's so many other dudes. I have so many other dudes that I talk to. Like, I just needed some fresh new meat. So, but I have other dudes I talk to. Like, it's not even that serious. I don't have people make me wait. I'm not into that. That's back when I was young. I'm a grown ass woman now. I ain't got time for that. I just straight up told him, like, listen, I'm not dealing with this no more. I don't want to deal with you no more. Like, you may think it's petty, but I'm not gonna sit up and keep making plans with somebody and making ways out my day for somebody to just have me sitting up and waiting and don't even have no communication. So this was your second time doing that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You ain't getting me a third time. So he was over it. He was mad. So I went back. I was in a group chat. I went in a group chat one day or whatever, and I was talking, and of course, as soon as I post a picture, guys are gonna start talking to me. That's what I do. When I get in my moments, I'll go in the group chat, and all I gotta do is just post a picture, and they just all line up in the inbox, and I just sort through who's the same one who hits me up respectfully, and blah blah blah, and I choose who I want to talk to. That's how it happens. I don't even know what it feels like to hit somebody up. I don't hit guys up, so posted a message in there. Guys are like hitting me up, talking inside the chat, telling me about themselves and, trying to throw game like they usually do. And he gets up there, oh, well, you could have had that from me. And this is that. And I'm just like, no, I'd rather somebody more consistent or whatever. I'm looking for somebody that's more consistent. And then he just started going in like, oh, I'm consistent and you're not consistent. I told you I was gonna come and this and that. And then he just started posting our text messages into the group chat. Mind you, we have personal, if you know Kick, you have personal messages and then you have the group chats. So why are you going back and forth with me in the group chat in public with random people in our business? And then you post up our conversation. And within those posts of those conversations, you're dumb, stupid, ignorant. Within that, you posted my address. You posted not my whole address. You posted, because I live in a building, so you posted the address of my location, but he didn't post like my floor and apartment yet. Now I'm sitting here nervous, like, okay, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you post that? Why are you going that far? Like, it's not that kind of a situation. Like, this was supposed to be an essay. Like, this guy clearly, we had an agreement that this was an essay, that this was, like, we were both single, because I do not deal with discreet guys. That's another thing. I don't deal with discreet guys. We had to understand, and we had whole conversations. We sat down, talked. We talked online. We talked in person. You never know somebody. Like, guys will tell you any and everything just to get what they want. So then he starts trying to make me seem some type of way and everything. So I started feeling like threatened. He was just like making threats, like he's gonna send people to my door with masks and everything, like different threats like that. So I started getting nervous. So I did my research. Basically, when he hit me up the second time, because the first time he started ignoring me, and when he hit me up the second time, on, if you have an iPhone, it says maybe such and such. So it popped up, maybe Lucifer motherfucking devil. You have your whole government up, Lucifer motherfucking devil. And I took that, I searched it in Facebook. Lo and behold, I found Lucifer. But Lucifer's page was private. I went to the tags on Lucifer's page to see who tagged Lucifer, and I seen a picture that was at a freaking wedding with 4 people in it, and Lucifer was in that picture. So I started going to each page to see who, was was who, like the relationship with Lucifer that each person had. And then I found the black girl, and her main picture was her in a wedding dress and Lucifer sitting there in tears crying like he is just so happy to be married. This motherfucker is married. Married. Now my blood is boiling at this point. Like, okay, now I feel like you put me in a situation. So I go back in the chat and I'm like, listen, and he's still going off in the chat. And I'm like, listen, if you do not leave me alone, I'm gonna tell your wife, Lilith. That's why I'm gonna call her Lilith. He starts going back in the group chat. No, I didn't go in the group chat. I went his private message and told him. So he goes inside the group chat like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Yo, she trying to tell my BM. She trying to tell my BM and this is blah, blah, blah. So I go in there, I'm like, this is not your BM. Stop coming in here fronting to all of these people like you this single man that take care of your kids and you know your girl did you wrong. You're a married man, you're still married in here in the chat. Like, stop it. So he started going off on me. More that he posted my floor. Then he posted my floor. So I'm just like, okay, now you really took it a step farther. Then he started talking about having people meet me at the bodega and having people meet me at the freaking train station and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, fuck it. You know what? You want to play games? If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out with a bang because you already seem crazy in the head. So if I'm going to go out, I'm going to make it be known I'm going to go out. I started making posts on my public pages, letting people know the situation in case anything happened to me. Get the name. I posted his picture. I posted all that stuff in case anything happened because everybody knows how I am. Everybody knows that I promote that I don't mess with discreet guys. You know, I respect the discreet guys. I'll be your ear and everything, but I'm not putting myself in that position to do anything with no discreet guy or like even chill with I can't chill with a discreet guy. Duh. But I'm gonna make it hot. I made the publications and all that stuff. And I hit his wife up on a private page, of course. I didn't go on my page. I went on a private page, a different page, made a different name and all that stuff. And I hit her up. And I let her know, I was like, this is what your man doing. He out here talking about that he only got a BM, but he over here married and he out here threatening me and talking about sending people to kill me and I'm gonna call the police and it's gonna affect you and your family if you don't get your crazy ass, Lucifer ass man out my motherfucking DMs and out my motherfucking group chats. She's like, oh, da da da, y'all had sex, this and that, Of course she's gonna ask those questions. So I'm like, yeah, girl, we had sex a few times and I sent her the messages. I sent her all the situation, everything. I just made sure I scratched out my face and scratched out my name and addresses and stuff. She asked something else or whatever. I woke up the next day and she was like, oh, when did this all happen? And I wrote her and I let her know when it all happened because I found the messages, like the timestamps, and let her know the days. So then, next I go and check. And this Lilith bitch blocked me. So I was just like, okay, whatever that meant. I start working. I'm in the middle of working. And all of a sudden, I'm just getting messages to my phone from random numbers, sending mad dick pictures and, asking when they could come over and all that stuff. So I'm like, yo, oh my God, I know this motherfucker, this evil motherfucker did not give my phone number out to mad random people. So one of them hit me up was in one of the group chats that I knew. He told me that Lucifer was in there in that group chat and other group chats, giving out my address, my phone number, my name, my apartment. Well, luckily he had the wrong apartment. He put a different letter. But still, like you put in my life, my neighbor's life in danger and everything. Like, I mean, I have a real good building, first of all. My building security. It has cameras downstairs. It has camera right under my door. So that's why he said he gonna have people meet me at the bodega and all that stuff. But that's besides the point. My whole thing is, like, you got people calling my phone, sending penis pictures. You sent my address out and everything. So at this point, I had to go to the police. I filed a police report, and they just basically said the most that they can do is have it on file in case he do something else again. Then I can do something. But right now, I have to, I guess, wait. When the cops came, it was a kiki. It was a kiki though. She kind of, like, she understood because I had the proof. So I was more so nervous because, you know, we're all painted, trans are all painted to be like this, fucking with DL guys or like stealing girls, men, and all that stuff. And I try to stay away from that stigma. So I was real nervous because I felt like they was gonna automatically see me like that, like everybody always usually do. So like she seen the proof, she understood and everything. It was a guy and a girl. I saw how he was low key catfish. We was kikiing and everything. But yeah, it was just like a really weird, awkward situation. And that actually was the reason why those 2 weeks I haven't posted. That's what was happening those 2 weeks. So now you see why I was going for that little bit of time. Ever since I made the police report, I haven't heard anything. One person hit my number up and text me, and I was just like, listen, I already made a police report, and I'm putting this phone number down as part of the police report. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I'm pretty sure he went and delivered the message. But that was just like the one of the craziest experiences that, like, it's so sad that you can't not want to be with somebody without them acting that way. And he was a Virgo too. And I always had these bad, worst experiences with Virgos. Like, I had an ex-fiance who was a Virgo who just, like, I don't know, like, they just act so weird. I don't do nothing to nobody but try to make somebody better. And if you don't even want that, I still don't even push it. But it's just like Virgos get to this crazy physical mode, this unnecessary physical mode. And then even when they do wrong, they still treat you wrong. You know what I mean? And treat you weird and fucked up. Like, it's, I don't know, Virgo girls I get along with. I've never had a bad experience with a Virgo girl. I always had good experience with female Virgos, but it's just Virgo men that I'm good now, so I ain't worried about any of that. Everything is over. I'm always gonna be that bitch. If anything did happen, you guys know what the hell happened too, so. That was my story time. Thank you guys for dropping in, and make sure you guys, before you end this video, please make sure you hit the like button. Okay, please hit the like button. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, if you're new, and tune into the next video. I appreciate you all for coming through. Hit the bell for more notifications as well. Tune into the next one. Good night. Oh.